Hey guys, this video is a hands-on first look at the Digimon Vital Bracelet that just released here in Japan this weekend. It came out yesterday and I got mine today, and I saw some comments online from people who imported it from outside Japan, and I just wanted to make this video to kind of explain how to use it and how to use the app to help anybody who maybe wanted to try it but can't speak Japanese. So this isn't going to be an unboxing video. I already have my unboxed. I messed around with it all day today. If you have the start guide, the jump guide, then you'll probably be able to get all the same information from inside of here. You could use the Google Translate app, but if you'd rather just see hands-on yourself, that's what I'm here for. All right, so first, on the left side, there is a tab which can come off. And there's a slot here, which is where you enter your DIM card. And then on the other side, there's two buttons, one on the top and the bottom. And then there's a rubber stopper here, where if you pull it out, that's where the charger goes. And it's a typical micro USB cable, just like a cell phone uses. And then on the back side, in the center, the spot that looks like a camera lens, that's the IR sensor. Or IR, I'm not sure, but this is where it tracks your heart rate. And then right here, if you can see that, that's the power switch. So if it's to the left, like mine is, then it's the on position. So when you pull it out of the box, first thing you're going to want to do is you want to turn this on. And then the way that this band fastens, it's a little bit interesting compared to a usual watch. So you just slide it through, and then you can see there's this little bump here, and you're just gonna slide it to your position that you need for your wrist and just push it through the hole. And it'll stay secured on its own. It can, if it gets caught on something, like if it gets caught on your clothes or something, it will just come off on its own. So be careful. It should be fine if you're running around, but yeah, if it gets caught on something, just be careful. So to wake it up, you can just push either of the buttons. So you can see it's pretty late at night when I'm recording this, and my Digimon's asleep. So they wake up at, I think, 9 a.m. and they go to sleep at 9 a.m. It was announced by Bandai that you can change the time that they wake up and go to sleep. And there's a variable of like 2 hours difference that you can set it by. I think the latest it can go to sleep is like 10 p.m. and I think the earliest is 8 p.m. but I haven't figured out how to set that part yet. All right, otherwise, so the top button here is to cycle through the menu. And then the bottom button is to select your choice. So we'll go through and I'll show you what each option is and what everything does. All right, so first you'll see battery indicator at the top and then the time. The next one is your vitality level, and the bottom is your steps taken. And then of course your Digimon. It goes to sleep after just a few seconds. All right, so in the menu, the first option, if we select that with the bottom button, so we can see our vitality. So right now it's currently 2. This will increase and decrease. So you want to keep the watch on, and if you take it off for a long period of time, your vitality will decrease, of course. If you have the watch off of your wrist for 24 hours or more, then your Digimon will die. So if you're going to keep it off your wrist for a long period of time, then come over to the back and switch the power off. When you switch it off, your steps will reset to 0, but the state of your Digimon itself will not change. So just the number of steps will go down. All right, and then if we go to the next screen, you can see your heart rate here. You might be confused, like I was on this screen, on how to set your heart rate. So the way you do that is the top and bottom buttons, if you push them at the same time and just hold it for a second, it'll set the heart rate. And then you can see the green light shining. That's the vitality sensors working. So let me put that on my arm. All right, and it's complete. And then that'll give you your heart rate. All right, mine says 80 over 80. Sorry, 80 over 65. Honestly, I'm not quite sure how to read it. All right, and then, so next we have the number of steps that you've taken, and then return. So then the next menu is information about your actual Digimon. So if we go to this screen, the scrolling text on the top is the name of the Digimon. All right, next. I'm sorry, I can't make out the first kanji to tell you what the next option says. But then the third, sorry about that, is how many days it's been alive. So this one is just 1 day. All right, next, DP, HP, and attack power. Currently there's nothing. And then this is your win ratio for battles, win-lose ratio. Trophies that you've won, you get these by doing missions. And then return. And then the next menu item, so this is where you go for training. And right now, I can't select anything. My Digimon is sleeping, and also it's only in its second form. So the first form and the second form, they cannot do training, they cannot do battle. So after it evolves to the third form is from when you can start doing battles and training and stuff. But of course, you can still walk around, build vitality and stuff. From when the egg hatches, it'll stay in the first form for 1 hour, and then it'll evolve. And then in the second form, which mine's currently in the second form, it'll stay there for 3 hours before it evolves. All right, the next option in the menu, this one is for backing up your Digimon. So you could have 2 Digimon at one time, one which is backed up in storage, and then the other which is active and you're taking care of it. So if I were to select this, and I will, so select backup, push this to toggle, and push OK. Okay, and now he's backed up. So if you have another Digimon, which is backed up, it will switch them. But in my case, I don't have another one backed up, so now it's empty. All right, the next option, this one's for connecting with the app. And here's the settings. So first is the time and date, if you need to change that. This will change your wallpaper. So you have 4 options. There's blue, green, orange. And the last one, there's a fourth one, which because I just backed up the Digimon, you can't see it. The fourth one will be a custom wallpaper, which is dependent on which DIM card you have loaded. All right, and then you just want to confirm. All right, and then the next option is brightness, and then sound level. This one will reset all of your settings. So don't select that if you don't want to reset your everything. All right, and then that's everything in the menu. So I'm going to show you how to load a DIM card, which is going to be the first thing that you'll do. All right, and so they come attached to these cards. So you just wiggle it a little bit and it comes right off. And then you want to keep these somewhere. So you can see I have 3 here. So I have 2 DIM cards that I loaded already. I'm sorry, 2 that I loaded already, and then my versus DIM. So the versus memory is what you're going to use for local battles with your friends. So the way that you use the versus memory is you just put it in and it loads your Digimon onto it automatically, and then you just load it into your friends. I can't show you how to use that because I don't have a second device that I can show you with. So I'm going to recommend you to check out the live streams that Bandai did. But I can show you how to load a Digimon from the DIM. So you want to push the button to make sure the screen is active, and then you just insert it into the side. All right, and you see it's waiting. So now we're just waiting for the data from the DIM card to load onto the device. Just takes like a minute. And as I said, make sure you keep the chip do not throw the chip away after you use it. You sometimes may have to plug it into the device when you're communicating with the app. So sometimes the app will ask you to verify the installation. So you have to put it back in there. So do not, do not throw it away after you use it. You can throw the card. You can throw this away. You don't need it, but make sure you keep the chip. Personally, I'm kind of a collector type person, so I will be keeping these. Okay, so it'll tell you take out the DIM card, and that means it's ready. So you just take it out. All right, so get your Vital bracelet ready. So you're gonna put it on your wrist and secure it completely. I'm just gonna hold it here for the video, and then we wait to hatch the egg. Okay. And then of course, it went to sleep right away because it's too late at night right now, but normally it would be awake. So after it loads, the first thing you want to do is come into here, and as I instructed you earlier, push both buttons at the same time and sync your heart rate with your Digimon. If you hold the bottom button for like a few seconds, it'll cancel everything out in the menus. And then don't forget, put your cap back in, because if you do not, dirt and debris can get inside here, and that's not good. This is not waterproof, so if you're gonna wash your hands, take it off. It might be okay if it gets just a little bit wet, but this cap here and the rubber cap for the charger area, I wouldn't put much confidence in those to keep water out. So you might have problems with water getting the ports. If you just sweat or something when you run, that's okay, but do not let this get submersed in water, basically. And then I'm going to show you how to communicate with the app. One more thing is to do like an automated battle. So your Digimon has to be in the 3rd form or higher. And then you just have to touch the face of the watch to like an NFC touch point. So that could be like your iPhone or the NFC pad in a train station or a vending machine or something. And it'll automatically do a battle. And so your screen will light up with red text, and you just push the bottom button for confirmation, and then the battle will start. All right, I'm going to show you how to communicate with the app. So in the menu, go to where it says app, you push the button to confirm, and then it gives you instructions to touch. All right, so I'm recording on my phone, so I'm going to switch over, and I'll show you the view from my phone screen natively as I go from the app. So yeah, see you on the other side. All right, so here we are on the app. So just tap to start, and then it takes a second to load. All right, so first you get your news updates. You just close out of that. And then here's our home screen. All right, so you can't see where I'm clicking, but I'll go through each of these and show you what each one is. So the bottom left icon, the very bottom left, it says scan. So you want to click on scan. All right, and then the button in the center here, I'll try to explain it in a way that you can understand if you can't read Japanese. You want to, on your watch, as I instructed, go into the menu and choose app. And then you want to push this button, the white button with the blue outline. And then after you push that, touch your phone to the watch. Okay, so when it says success, pull your phone away. Okay, and now the Digimon is transferred. Okay, so now if you were to look at the watch face is empty. There's no Digimon in there now. All right, so you just push OK. Okay, so now you can see I cleared a mission. So it says DIM card Black Roar. Okay, so I got the Digimon from that and I cleared with that one. So it's going to give me a banner image that I can use to kind of customize my view in the app a little bit. And I'll show you how to do that. So you just push OK. Okay, and another one. So this blue capsule that you can see, it's just more storage for Digimon. So if I want to put more Digimon on the watch, then I can keep my other Digimon stored safely in the app. So just push OK. Alright, so this first section, so you can see the Digimon here, and if you click on the Digimon, you can use an item. This item in particular right here is Vitality Up, but I'm not going to use it right now, so I'll just X out of that. So the top, you can see this icon at the top. It looks like a shockwave going to the Digimon. This is where it will tell you the vitality reading, the level. I'm sorry, I can't read the next word. And the last one is the number of days. And then the blue text inside the white box is the name of the Digimon. So this is Botamon. All right, under that, there's an empty graph here. This is your weekly vitality graph. As you can see, I just loaded this Digimon, so there's no data yet. All right, under that, the blue text that you can see here is how much time it will take inside of the watch before this Digimon evolves. So if I were to send this Digimon back to the bracelet, it would have to be there for 1 hour and 0 minutes before it evolves. All right, after that, mental and then strength level. So it says it's mental, currently is normal. Next is win-lose ratio. So the percentage will show you just the percentage of the times that you won. And then on the right, it'll break down how many times did you win, how many times did you lose. This next one with squares is evolution chart. And then under that is trophies. So you get trophies for doing missions, and trophies are essential for the different evolution forms. All right, next is special missions. You can load a special mission here. So if I were to click it, I could choose one of these missions and attach it. And then when I send the Digimon back to the bracelet, I can use these missions to gain trophies. But we'll go back to our log. All right, and that's everything here. So back to the very top, you can see there's different like folder tabs. So if I click on the second one that looks like the figure of a person's head, all right, this is your personal data. So your tamer level is on the top right. And then under that, it says how long until you level up. So after 150 points, I level up to level 2. The blue text inside the white rectangle is your name. And so under that, you have V coins. I have 8,500 V coins. And then the number of Digimon, so 5 out of 82. All right, your total win-lose ratio is here. So I have 50%. I've won 7 battles, lost 7 battles. And then your total number of trophies, I have 11. Here's a breakdown of miles that you walked. So 315, I walked 303 miles. No, that's because I just synced it with the bracelet. So yesterday I walked apparently 5 miles. All right, and then you can see which dim cards that you own. The blue ones are the ones that you have and you have activated. So actually I have everyone except for Ancient Warriors. I just haven't loaded the Gabumon and Agumon yet. If you want to change this data, you can see on the bottom there's like a blue and white button. If you just click that, you can change this. So if you click here, it looks like a pen or a brush inside of a square. You can change your name. You can make it anything you want, but we're not going to change it now. All right, and then the next one is you can change your banner image. And the banners that you have access to are dependent on the dim cards that you have loaded. But I like the default, so I'm just going to use default. All right, and then the next tab, this is special training data. So here you can see my stock, but if I click the button back, this is deck. So these are the buttons right under the top. So stock, all the ones you have, and deck. So again, just tap one of these and you could choose one from your stock to add. All right, the next one. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing. These, like I said before, they go with your Digimon back to your bracelet. All right, so this next tab looks like a person running. these are missions that you cleared. So you can see I cleared 2 daily missions. The next tab, which is a notification, is normal. So these are the ones that you saw when I opened the app in the beginning. So I unlocked the Black Roar profile banner. And then the next one is the Digimon storage. Okay, and then the last tab, there's one more. It's event. You can see I'm tapping here. Right now you cannot click that one. Events are currently not active in the app. Alright, and then the last one up here is your Digimon in storage. So if I were to click the blue button, it would put the current Digimon in storage. So you select yes or no to confirm. We're going to say yes. Okay, and now he's in storage. And then if you want to take one out of storage, then same thing, you just click the blue button under them and then select yes or no. Okay, so Pulsemon's out of storage. And then if I go to the first tab, okay, so here's Pulsemon and his data. You can see his vital data is 482 out of a maximum of 2,500. Alright, so if I were to click scan on the bottom, if I were to scan and send this to the app, it would send Pulsemon. And as you can see down in this area where I'm clicking, it's telling you to have the Impulse City DIM card ready just in case. So sometimes it will ask you. What I have found is if it's a Digimon that I loaded from the DIM card, it doesn't ask me to load it and check. But the very first time that you open this app, you will get a bonus Pulsemon. So if I go into here, you can see I have a second Pulsemon in storage. So that's the one that I got for free when I downloaded the app. So that one in particular, when I send that Pulsemon to my Vital Bracelet, it asks me to plug in my, Pulse City DIM card to just confirm that I own it. Alright, so then here on the bottom, down here where I'm clicking, the third tab, this is, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like the Pokedex from Pokemon. It's just your data on your Digimon and their evolutions. So if I click on Impulse City here, you can see the evolution tree. So if I click on my current Digimon, so Pulsemon, so we can see the date that I got him, and we can see his type, vaccine, level and type. I'm not gonna break down into it since there's a lot of text here. So if you can't read Japanese, then a lot of this information might be useless to you. I'm sorry, I can't show you on this screen where I'm clicking. So I'll just say this blue text with the black labels. The first one, maybe this one that I highlighted here says level. The one under it says type. And then this third one is the type of like vaccine or virus or whatever the third one is. All right, this section here is profile. All right, if we come down here, this section just tells you which DIM card it came from. And then at the bottom is the evolution data. So you can see there's 4 different evolution types that he has. And it tells you the requirements for each one. So like the first one, the badge next to the trophy, you have to have 8 trophies or more is a requirement to evolve into that form. And you have to have won 8 battles. It takes a requirement of 16 hours before he can evolve. And your vitality level has to be above 1200. And then the last one is win-lose percentage ratio requirement. And for this one, you can see there's no requirement. And then in comparison, the very last one, the one at the very bottom, there are no requirements for anything except for the 16 hours requirement. And then the others are kind of in between. So we can close it out there. But if we look at the Black Roar or Shadow Howl DIM cards, those are called trial DIM cards. So these ones, you can see there's no tree, it's just a straight line. But all of the other possible DIM cards, they have like a typical 15 Digimon tree. Alright, and then the last section, these are your items. So here is, under the tab that looks like a diamond, is the items that you own. If you click on the other tab, looks like 2 arrows. Here you can buy more items using your coins. At the very bottom, you can see how many coins you have. So I have 8,500. Yeah, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this and you can open it with the Google Translate app and you can translate to see what it says. On the bottom right of each tab is the requirement, how many coins it costs. All right, lastly, on the very top right of the screen, if you click on the gear, there's a few options here. The top left button that looks like a speaker is the announcements that you saw from the beginning. The second one just toggles the sound. You can adjust the volume of effects. Is this one is the effects volume, and then the bottom one is the music volume. The check mark at the top is just sound on or off. Here is a frequently asked questions section. If you can't read Japanese, this won't be useful to you at all. Alright, the envelope icon is for contacting support with questions. Alright, the next one looks like BNID. That's for linking your Bandai Namco ID. The next tab, the middle on the right side, is for migrating your app data to a different device. Alright, bottom left. Actually, what is this one? Okay, this is just links to Digimon Web and the Vital Bracelet homepage. Alright, next one is privacy policy. And I think this is a log of updates. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is the policy that you agreed to sign up for the app. Alright, and then on the top right again, next tab, looks like a video icon. Yeah, these are just the Digimon Project videos. And then the top right is help. Yeah, just a helpful explanation of how to use the app. Alright, and that's how you use the app. My impression so far is it's pretty fun to use this. You know what? Let me go back to the camera. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you use the Vital Bracelet and how you use the app. There is one more section in the app which will be coming soon, which is online battles and raid battles. If you guys want, maybe I can do another video at that time showing how to use that section when it goes live. Just my overall impressions so far. I really like it actually. So I played with it for several hours today. I went out for a long walk, got some exercise, did missions. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Just the only thing is make sure you keep your DIM cards, keep them somewhere safe. So you can see I'm keeping mine in this tin. And yeah, there's not really much more to say. I got the Gabumon and Agumon DIM card set, so I'm looking forward to loading these in. But yeah, there's no need to rush with anything. Just pick your favorite and go slow. You can only have 2 at a time, and even then, only 1 can be active. So you'll have some fun just going through different DIM cards, probably over a few days. Alright, good luck you guys. I hope you enjoy your Vital Bracelet. Have fun.